served with the British Special Forces, climbed Everest, and survived more deserts and jungles than I care to remember. I'm flying over some of the most rugged and challenging wilderness on the entire planet. And if you get stuck down there, you better know what you're doing, or you'll never make it back home. Right now, 20 Americans are joining me here in New Zealand. Teams of 2, best friends, loved ones or couples will test themselves like never before.
I was in a motorcycle accident about 5 months ago. I was uncertain if I was gonna live. I want to prove to myself that I'm still capable of doing some of these demanding things.
I am here with my husband, Wilson, and I can't imagine doing this without him. 2 years ago, I lost almost 100 pounds. Once I put my mind to doing it, I was able to achieve it.
Here we go, you ready?
I would like to prove how far I can push myself.
You ever think you're gonna do this?
No!
Good job.
They will travel together as a group, tasked with keeping each other alive, while at the same time competing against one another. They'll traverse unrelenting terrain on journeys I've personally designed for them, in the hope of winning a $500,000 grand prize. I'll be watching them never leave 2 people behind. And each week, I'll send home the one team I believe could never survive the wild on their own.
You got complacent, and it almost cost a man his life. You'd never get out alive.
In the end, they will leave with more than they ever expected.
I was addicted to crystal meth. I've been sober for almost 6 years. This journey to me, it represents like a whole new chapter.
I always wanted to get my daughter out in the wilderness and take a great adventure with her.
He's absolutely someone that I would trust with my life, and I want him to see that I can be that person for him as well.
I love you.
I'm definitely a changed man through this experience.
This is what God looks at from heaven.
These mountains will give you strength if you let them. So proud of you guys. Time for the adventure to begin. Plane's yours. 10 teams of 2 enter the wild, but only one team will prove to me that they have what it takes to get out alive!
Bear is definitely a role model. He just shows you what the human body is really capable of.
Hopefully we'll impress him and he'll think that we're awesome because we're from Alabama. We've never done anything crazy like this. I'm not just a beauty queen. Like, I can get out there and get dirty.
I think Bear Grylls will definitely push me to my limit. We don't see this in Chicago.
2 years ago, both my brothers went to war. Before they left, they said, I'm coming back alive. And I want to let them know I'm coming back alive and even stronger.
I'm here with my mom.
We're best friends. I mean, we fight like best friends. We love like best friends.
After many years of being married and a mother, that zest for life that sometimes when you get caught in your day-to-day is certainly missing. And this experience is a chance to maybe rediscover myself again in a whole different light.
Seeing Bear for the first time was awesome. I mean, he was just standing there, rope around his shoulder, just ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew it was game time.
When I asked for her hand in marriage, my father-in-law told me I had to show him that I could protect his daughter.
This is definitely a test for Dominic. I know I'm going to need him for stuff out here, and he just needs to come through with that.
There you go, grab your packs, guys.
This is unbelievable, because he got me into this, and I was reluctant at first, but I have some regrets that I didn't really get to spend some of the time with Austin that I did with the other boys. I look at this as an opportunity to really bond father and son.
Welcome to my office. This next month will probably be the hardest, most demanding of your life.
You're going to be tackling 8 separate journeys across some of the most harrowing terrain you'll ever encounter.
Now, what you're about to do is not a race. You're going to travel together as a group. You look after each other.
Now, each team's responsible for one of 4 specific tasks. And how you do that task is one of the main things I'm judging you on.
Because at the end of every journey, I'm going to be sending home the team that I believe would never get out alive. Okay, now the big one, the money. This is the grand prize, $500,000.
About 12 years ago, my wife was diagnosed with MS. If we could come to the end of this thing and win some money with this, we could help Mom retire, which would be amazing.
Winning a life-changing amount of money would allow us to be able to pay off our debt, start a family, and I think I'm supposed to be a mom.
This represents that $500,000. Where you go, this goes.
This will be a constant reminder of what's at stake.
Who wants it first? Ready, Cat?
All right, Donna, it's all yours.
All right!
This is all about the wild, revealing character, and you guys growing.
Now, before each journey, every team's going to draw a knife to reveal which task they're responsible for.
First up, Madeline and Ryan. One of you come up, draw a knife, let's see what you're taking on. Okay, shelter. Your job is to make sure that every team here has a good shelter that is dry, safe, and warm.
Gotcha.
Here's the gear that you're gonna need. Jim and Austin, next up, come and grab a knife.
Obstacle.
Okay, obstacle. And on every journey, you're gonna come across some big natural obstacle, like a river, might be some cliffs.
Could be anything, but it's always dangerous.
Your job is to get all the group through that obstacle safely and efficiently.
Got it.
Okay, nice. 4 obstacle bags. Don't worry, you're gonna have some other teams to help you with this. Okay, Jeff and Chris, go and draw a knife.
Chris, you and Jeff, you got food?
Now, if I can promise you one thing on these journeys, they're gonna be physically demanding. Without energy, you're not gonna be able to move far. But your job is to make sure the whole group gets fed. Donna and Camden, let's get you up, draw a knife.
Nice, Camden. You and Donna, fire.
It's a critical one, okay? Key with fire, preparation. There's dry tinder everywhere if you know where to look. Next up, Vanessa and Erica. Okay, food. You're joining the food team.
Esmeralda, you'll be joining the other shelter team. Obstacle, fire, shelter team. Obstacle.
Work hard, work together. Okay, this first journey kicks off the classic natural obstacle, fast-flowing glacial river.
Spencer and Alicia, Jim and Austin, Robin and Wilson. You're the obstacle teams.
You got a GPS on top of that pack. Fire it up.
You're in charge of leading the whole group down this whitewater river. In order to cross it, you've got to reach a riverbank far downstream. And since this water is coming straight from the glaciers, it's just a few degrees above freezing.
Look after each other, all right? You scoundrels! It's time to rock and roll. Let's do it.
Go
Don't be modest, dudes. Strip down. We're all gonna be real good friends after this. Once you're all ready in the river, help somebody else that isn't ready yet.
I'm here to prove to myself, my family, and my friends that I'm more than just your stereotypical computer geek. So I just took it upon myself to just assume that leadership role.
Austin, you got the lead? Start heading that way, guys. Let's go.
It was cold and it was fast. I think we underestimated the pressure of the river. The river was the coldest water I've ever touched in my entire life.
It was a glacier.
My heart was beating so fast I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
You just can't breathe. Like it just takes the air right out of your lungs. It's like shocking to your system.
The balls are in my stomach.
The current was very strong. It was about as fast a river as I've ever seen. It was very intimidating.
I feel that we were in jeopardy of drowning.
Coming up, the food team discovers their first survival meal, but the price is high.
We need something dry over here for these guys. Your shirt, pants, anything.
Sunny day one. And later, the first team will be eliminated from the competition.
You wouldn't get out alive.
The obstacle team had to lead to the first waypoint on the journey. So we were responsible for getting everybody across the river, but we didn't do our leadership job.
The water was cold and deep. It was just completely unforgiving.
Once we were able to stand up, everyone, I think, was just genuinely happy to finally be getting out of the river.
Austin, to give you a distance up there? It should just be right around here. Look who's bringing up the rear!
Austin led us up the bank and out of the river. Austin did a great job as far as taking leadership.
Yeah. Fight and start passing them back up.
I thought Austin demonstrated what Bear is looking for. I was very proud.
Oh, it's cold.
Okay, everybody grab your partner. Grab each other's arms like this. 30 seconds. Go on, get a walk. May look silly, but can save you from hypothermia, guys. Everyone feel the hands and toes and fingers, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get changed. Now handing over to the food team. Vanessa, Erica, Chris and Jeff, you've got one GPS between you, and you're now bushwhacking. That means you're going to be thrashing through thick underbrush, alpine forest, steep terrains, and no trail. It's going to lead you to a cavern, and I've left you some supper there.
Okay. Let's do it.
One bit of advice, pace. You've got to keep moving faster.
Keep going, guys.
This bushwhacking is hard work.
Oh my God.
The food group, Vanessa and Erica, Jeff and I stepped up because that was our task to do.
Since the accident, I've only been walking for 2 months, and those 2 months were on flat ground, so I was a bit worried once we got to this terrain.
Be careful where you put your hands up here, guys. Oh my God.
We're tough. We're gonna run that mountain. Like, we're gonna be right there in the front, leading the pack.
We have the courage, we have the drive, we have the heart. All right, this is gonna be hard up here. Like, my mom's a breast cancer survivor, and it was really hard at times, but she pushed through and she made it, you know? My mom's definitely a fighter, so I just hope I can be a fighter just like her. Oh my God.
bushwhacking. It was scary. I felt like I needed to stop.
Can we get a distance check?
When you're moving through thick forest, you've got to switch on to what you're doing. Move efficiently and with purpose. I told them bushwhacking was hard.
Where are we at?
Does it tell you?
Do you know how much further, guys?
It says 500 meters.
We walked for probably close to 3 hours,
3 hours.
praying to God that Chris and Jeff weren't lost.
Can we just make a decision, guys, and stick with it? We're literally gonna get there and we're gonna have no light.
We gotta go up.
Does anybody want to just hang right here?
20 meters!
Come on, guys!
The journey is really only just beginning. And they're running out of light.
We're here! Come on, guys!
When we reached the creek, we then had to find the food.
Oh, that's really deep.
Why is Chris jumping in with all his clothes on? It's a schoolboy error. It means when he gets out, he'll have nothing trying to change into, and he's going to be edging towards hypothermia. The water here is way colder than the river. I've been in here. It's not fun.
I don't think we should go swimming, guys. Our clothes aren't gonna dry anymore.
You know, right then it hits you that it's going to be important to have dry clothes to change into afterwards, and Chris kind of already shot himself in the foot by jumping in fully clothed to begin with.
That water was so cold, the longer you were in there, the colder you got, and there was no limit to that coldness.
Since we are part of the food team, we wanted to help as much as we could, but if we went, we would not have been able to help, honestly.
Let's go, strong, studly men.
I volunteered to jump into the water. I was like, I want to do something. And I knew it would be cold, but I didn't think it would be that cold. It was intense. I really want to test my spirit. I feel like if I got through crystal meth addiction and alcohol addiction, I can do anything. I want to feel everything I can, because I spent so much time not feeling. Oh my God. Vegetarian?
I don't think that Kyle expected that we're gonna find a deer hanging.
This is pretty heavy. See if we just... Oh, it's coming. Body temperature's gonna be rapidly dropping now. Everything becomes harder when you're that cold. You start losing your coordination. Can't feel your fingers. Your muscles don't work. First up, your face and your skin start to turn purple. And if your core temperature drops below 82, your organs fail and you're gonna die.
What is it? Can we get 3 guys to go swimming? They're gonna need some help. Come on, guys. Being a boat captain requires leadership abilities, being able to improvise. You gotta move fast. Quickly, get over there.
For some reason, Wilson decided to start shouting commands at everybody to get in the water and
And I feel like if he really thought those people needed help,
go help them.
Get in the water and help them. Come on.
Just get the deer out of there and get warm.
Thank you.
Start moving, keep moving.
Look how cold Chris is, eh? And all he's got to put back on are his wet clothes.
The inside just kept shivering, like it just wouldn't stop.
The coldest water I've ever felt in my entire life.
We need to get him in a blanket.
I was pretty freaked out just because I've never really saw anybody that purple before. And I didn't even know if they were even gonna be able to carry on the rest of the journey.
It's only day one. Coming up tomorrow, I need each team to bring a water bottle
Full of urine.
Hit it! And in the very first survival test, the stakes are high.
Babe, come on.
Safety from elimination and a trip to the feast pit are on the line.
Hey, folks! We need something dry over here for these guys. At least your shirt, pants, anything.
When I got out of the water, I felt a bit delirious. Wilson brought me a sleeping bag. It took me a really long time to warm up.
The shivering inside was unlike anything I ever felt.
Chris jumped in fully clothed. Bad decision.
Guys, when they start crossing, okay?
That deer was heavy as hell. It was up to the shelter team to take over, take the GPS, take the coordinates, and find out where the overnight camp was.
Listen. It's up here?
We were on a shelter team, and we were paired up with Ryan and Madeline, and Lucky and Luke. We got to set up shelter for 10 teams for 20 people. We got to get moving.
We were under an hour of daylight. Time was going fast.
Oh! What? Oh! Watch it! Oh! Oh my God! We made it! This looks like camp! I think everybody was just trying to catch their breath and just kind of relieved to get here.
Hey, how's deer smell?
Or who has the thing though?
I hate you right now. I was in a car accident in September of 2008, and actually a deer ran out in front of me, and I hit it, and I lost control and went off a 30-foot ravine, and my car caught on fire. When they told me that I wasn't gonna walk again, I didn't give up on my dream of becoming Miss Alabama USA. I came back and I won. I think that this is gonna be another way for me to show people that anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself.
The sun feels so good.
Take off your shoes. These rocks should be warm enough. And just keep alternating your feet on that rock and just kind of rolling
Oh,
over.
that feels good.
Wilson was helping Chris, Kyle, and Jeff get warm. You spent the first 30 minutes doing that.
I only thought I knew what cold was.
We decide where we want our tents. We were in charge of building shelter for the 20 people, and we were with Dominic and Esmeralda, and then Ryan and Madeline.
Just head towards a clearing so we don't burn these trees down.
Because we were on the fire team, and Donna found a great place on the creek bed. And once Kyle and I got there, we lit the fire.
We're the food people, and we have to cook this deer. Having Jeff and Chris like completely out and dazed
Because they had hypothermia and they were part of our food team, so.
it was just us with the deer. Okay, so you said you know how to make it, or to like,
Do you need me to come help you?
what do you think we should do? Skin it first?
The process for skinning a deer doesn't take that long, especially with 2 people. We could probably just field dress it. I really don't know how many deer I've killed and cleaned, probably 100. I feel like if we're the only ones with skill that know how to do this, it would probably be smart to maybe somebody else with food assist with shelter.
Well, even though we're on the shelter team, it seemed to make much more sense that if Erica and Vanessa would help with shelters, Ryan and I would step in and swap positions. Let me help you with the hike. We'll get going.
Okay, guys, just gather round, quick as you can. Okay, you've been in camp now 35 minutes. You got 1, possibly 2 shelters up. We've only just begun work on this deer. You got 2 or 3 guys here who 20 minutes ago were nearly hypothermic, still look very cold. Gotta start upping your game on this.
While you've got the deer cooking, before your hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, you bite a river for you one of the most nutritious bits of a fish, the eyes. I'm trying to teach you that food sources in the wild may not taste good, they may not look pretty, but they can keep you alive in a survival situation. Do you want me to go first? Oh, well, it's not nice, is it? Here we go. Let's try some ram.
Oh, really? Right now?
Full of fluids to rehydrate you, full of good protein.
Bear was like standing right there, and I was like, crap, Madeline, you're gonna have to do this.
Enjoy it.
All right, fire team, tomorrow morning, this is your sketch map. That's where you're gonna meet me. Got something planned for you guys first thing in the morning. Tomorrow, I need one member from each team to bring a water bottle full of urine.
First thing that went through my head was that I was going to be drinking my piss the next day.
Water bottles down there with your names on it. I'll see you in the morning. Work hard now, get going.
Thanks.
Right.
Vanessa and Erica didn't help out with the food, and I don't really think they took Lucky and I's place on the shelter team.
That smells like camp.
Yeah.
Rotisserie style.
Chris, take that first bite.
Nothing's ever tasted so better.
So better.
Is it gamey?
Yeah.
This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. It's definitely taken a toll on me so far, and we still got a long road ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
Everyone seemed really stoked about the meat. Everyone loved it, and there was so much meat to go around. But no one thought on the food team to cook all the meat and then have it saved for the morning so that we all could have breakfast.
So, was someone coming to get this meat? Because no one ever did. The boys and the Chicago girl.
Oh, they went to bed. Chris and Jeff and Vanessa and Erica could have totally been there with us cooking the rest of the meat so then we all had food tomorrow. Where are you? And this is where they are, sleeping in their tent.
Find yourself in the wild on a cold night? Here's a useful tip. Before you get in your sleeping bag, do something to raise your body temperature. Some push-ups, some jumping jacks, gonna make your bag warmer and your night better. And that's my survival tip of the week, brought to you by Walmart, supplier of all your outdoor needs.
Bear told us we had to fill up a canteen full of urine, and so I volunteered to do that, just hoping that I wasn't gonna have to drink it.
I don't feel very energized. I haven't had enough to eat or drink.
It's very frustrating when you wake up and there's absolutely nothing for you to eat.
The food team just left the meat sitting on a rock, so it all went to waste.
Yeah. It's just hard to think about. I want to find that strength that I know is in there, and I'm like searching.
What can I do to help? Alicia's mom had an accident November 2nd. She went down a flight of stairs and severed her spinal cord. It just happened at the blink of an eye.
He's been right by my side through that whole thing. He's proved to me that he's gonna be there through it all.
Just fight, you know? You'll be so proud of yourself if you do. I'm here every step of the way.
My mom has definitely been my motivation from the start with this adventure. If she's able to see me face my fears, then she can use that strength for herself too.
Will it help if you watch me drink my own piss this morning?
No.
If we're lucky enough to make it to the end, I know that we'll be able to do some cool stuff for our mom with that money.
Good job. Good work, everybody.
As the fire team, me, my mom, Royce, and Kyle were responsible for leading the team to Sea Bear using this little sketch map.
Wow, slightly different bunch this morning. How was the night?
Good.
Let's have a look at your pee. That's dehydrated pee. If you're hydrated, it'd be nice and clear. What I'm now going to do is then come along, I'm going to fill each of those bottles up to the brim with this muddy water.
And that's what this survival test is all about. Because sometimes in the wild, purifying dirty water or drinking urine is the only thing that's going to keep you alive.
And I'm going to put you guys now to the test. You're going to compete with your partner against the other teams. Then the winner of this survival test is safe from elimination. Plus the survival test winners then get a trip to the feast pit. And trust me, that's going to be worth it. This is a feast for your body, also a feast for your soul. Amazing food, hot bath, and creature comforts are going to have a powerful effect on your journeys moving forward. Okay, today's survival test is simple. On my go, you got to make a fire, filter your urine mixture,
Boil it to 95 degrees to kill the impurities, then cool it to 60 degrees,
then drink it. Just to be clear, if it's your pee, it's yours to drink. Ready to show me what you're made of? Hit it!
Keys to a good fire, dry tinder, lots of kindling, and gathering enough fuel to keep feeding that fire.
Our fire started off pretty good. I mean, we got the tinder going.
Just remember what fire needs. Oxygen, heat, fuel.
Get it in there, get it in there, get it in there.
Just like us. Speed, speed. Don't let these fires go out. They're just like your children. Gotta look after them when they're really small. And then they'll look after you when they get bigger. 95. 95, good. You guys can start to cool it now, all right? 95. 95. Another person on 95. Austin and Jim, nice. Get cooling. 95. 95. Alicia Spencer, 95. Good for me. Get cooling.
Got 95? Okay, good.
95, 95.
Jeff and Chris, that's 95. Good. Get cooling.
64. 5.
Looks like the remaining 4 teams are falling way behind.
Just don't put it on there. Oh, here, it's wet, it's wet right here. Put it right there. The ground sucks most of your heat away when sleeping, so we thought we could use the same technique to cool down the water. Whoa, don't spill. Hey. Oh, man, it smells bad.
The fumes of his pee in the mud, and it was gross.
Babe, come on, keep on going.
60. 60. Right here, 60. Right here. Can we have a look?
60.
Get drinking.
Out of nowhere, Jim and Austin take the lead.
I couldn't imagine how they did that.
Fuel to drink.
Spilt too much.
Each successive gulp was hotter and more intense. It was really a struggle to keep myself from vomiting.
You're doing good. You're doing great.
Sixty.
Keep going. You got it.
If you think you have an idea of how bad hot urine and mud water can taste, you're still not quite there.
Chug. It's just like college.
Think about it, it's tea.
Just imagine there's a nice cool beer. That's always my trick.
We gotta go fast. We gotta go fast.
Go, baby, go, baby.
Coming up, it's a horse race to the finish.
Pretty even.
Which team will win a trip to the feast pit?
You're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there.
A safety from elimination.
A little more, a little more.
And which team will be the first to be sent home?
I made my decision.
It's a four-way race to the finish. Who will be the first to finish a mud and urine mixture?
You're doing great, you're doing great.
Safety from elimination and a trip to the feast pit are on the line.
Okay, come on, Dustin, okay.
Pretty even.
Don't think about it. 1, 2, 3, go.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Go, baby, go, baby.
You're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there. Come on, come on.
A little more, a little more.
You gotta go fast, he's got one more stall.
Good man! Jim Austin won the test. They're free from elimination for this week, and they've won themselves time in the feast pit.
So now I just drank this for nothing. I don't need to drink any more of that.
That's disgusting. I'm proud of myself, I guess, in a way that I did it. I'm proud that I was focused.
Okay, come and grab your packs.
Follow me to your base camp. Here it is.
Okay, come and just gather around here. This is where you're gonna feed, it's where you're gonna rest up.
It's gonna be a refuge for you between these journeys, okay?
I was just so glad to see like shade and a river and this huge, gorgeous fire.
Rice, and it's beans. It's not a lot, but it's enough to sustain you. The next time you'll see me will be at my camp, where I'm gonna have to send one team home. So Jim and Austin,
Follow me to the feast pit.
okay guys, feast your eyes on this. Every sort of goodie you can imagine.
That is
Incredible
fantastic.
food.
Incredible.
Over there, got like a natural hot tub. You can wash in that. Over there, P&G box. Inside there, something special to make your time here even better. You're gonna love it. You deserved it. Take your time. Feed up.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Seeing this feast over here was just incredible. We're definitely gonna have more fuel in the tank than those guys.
What I was thinking.
Each group have one canister prepared to take on some rice and some beans. My primary concern was making sure that everyone got a fair amount and that we had some left over for the next day. One per group, right? You want to fill them up with rice or half rice and half beans?
Just no, we're all hungry. I get it. I get super cranky when I'm hungry. But come on, guys. Like, let's figure this out. All right, babe, grab me that.
Yeah.
We gotta just do our own. Just be honest.
We're not getting it.
You want me to hold the
Way to take charge, honey.
Too much talking.
Check out what's in the box.
Oh my. Yes. It's gonna make you very happy. We got 2 toothbrushes.
Toothbrushes?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Thing of toothpaste. And some mouthwash. Fantastic. Being able to use the Crest toothpaste and the Scope mouthwash after drinking my own pee is amazing.
Oh, it feels good.
This whole prize does great things to, boost our spirits, make us happy, and gives us the energy to press on in these upcoming journeys.
Until next time.
It's got a headache now.
I do
I
want
know
to get.
everybody else is like out there, but I just need
Nah.
to kind of gather myself.
Right now, Esmeralda's going through stress, hunger, and she's losing control. I need to show her that I can help her along.
It was a very hard day.
You still love me?
That was hard. Like, wow, that was just a really rough start.
Right. Tonight's the first night that we're all going to Bears camp, and it's the first elimination. So everyone seems to be on edge, and we don't know what to expect.
I think it's gonna get rougher.
I definitely want to prove that I'm strong enough to stay here. We cannot give up. We cannot give up.
Chris and I are anxious going into the first elimination. I have no idea how it's going to go. I feel like Chris made that snap judgment of jumping in there quickly with his clothes on, but I don't want to go home.
Adios, muchachos.
Coming up.
Chris, you did one of the dumbest things I've seen anyone ever do.
They could have been there cooking the meat all night, so everybody.
Well, maybe someone could have suggested that. Like,
You're on the food team.
Okay, grab a log, take your packs off. This is my camp, and after each journey, you're gonna have to come and face me here, and you gotta prove to me that you deserve to stick around. I'm after simple qualities: hard work, enthusiasm, determination, and cheerfulness in adversity. It's the heart of a great survivor. You've run your journey, then I've been watching, but by the end of tonight, I'm going to be sending home the team that I believe is least likely to get out alive. First up, Jim and Austin won the survival test. You guys are safe from elimination, so well done. Okay, let's dive into the actual journey itself now. On that riverbank, obstacle team, it's over to you. How do you feel it went?
I thought it was marvelous, just all the teamwork. Everybody wanted to be successful, and I think ultimately we were, but you know, we were rough around the edges.
Austin and Jim, you did a good job leading that team down the river. Robin and Wilson, Spencer and Alicia, I just feel like you didn't do much of anything.
We then sent you off bushwhacking. Food team, you led that. How did that go?
It was a little rough at first. In the end, we finally got everyone to the position and found the food there.
Chris, you did one of the dumbest things I've seen anyone ever do.
You jumped in ice-cold water in your only set of clothes.
When you finally got this deer out of the cave, you were like almost hypothermic,
and then you had no dry clothes to change into.
Silly impulsive things like that can have massive repercussions.
I feel like we definitely had mishaps, and I feel that everyone did. We were some of the strongest to take initiative.
Vanessa and Erica, why didn't you guys help get the deer?
Jeff and Chris just volunteered to go in, and then Kyle volunteered to go in, so we thought 3 men was kind of a good idea.
Okay, finally got you to your overnight camp spot. Half an hour after you'd been there, there was one, like, limp handkerchief of a shelter. Is that fair, Louis?
That's fair. Both Ryan and my dad were working on the deer, and since they were the only guys that knew how, we needed them there.
Seems to me that everyone was busy. Vanessa and Erica, it would have been a great chance to dive in
and help with the shelter team.
See, I'm looking at Chris and Jeff. I know you all think they've done great on this, but I'm also struggling to see the real reason to keep you guys. Because actually so much of the fallout, getting cold, slow to the shelters because everyone's trying to help you, is because of what you guys did wrong. How much deer did you all eat?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Okay, that deer was enough to feed 50 men. I wanted to see you feasting on it.
At the end of the night, the boys had done their duty with the food. There was this whole slab of meat that was like left over on the rock. It's like, why is there beautiful, fresh deer meat sitting on this rock? The whole team could have been fed in the morning. But no, the girls were sleeping by the time we put out the fire, when they could have been there cooking the meat all night, so everybody
Well, maybe
had...
someone could have suggested that. Like,
What? You're on the food team.
We're all a team, so honestly, if you would have thought something, I would have been glad to hear that.
I honestly had no idea that they were on the food team. I just didn't know that. Maybe it slipped my ears.
Yeah, I did. We did a good job, I think, together as a team.
We were right in the front of the pack the whole time of the journey.
We were right next to Jeff and Chris the entire time.
Hold on one sec.
All right, she's about to hurl.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Esmeralda, are you sick? It's a serious question.
I just think I need to get a good amount of sleep tonight, and then I think I'll be ready to go tomorrow. It's been a pretty hard day.
And it will get harder. Truth is, it can't keep you if you're becoming a danger to yourself and to others, especially with what's coming up. There are a few things that trouble me. First of all, with Vanessa and Erica, it's all about contribution. It's what I'm looking for in these early stages. Not skill, not knowledge, not strength, it's contribution. And I'm not seeing enough of that from you. Esmeralda, I'm worried about you. Do you really think you're going to be able to hang on in there?
So it's definitely motivation to pick it back up and start strong again tomorrow.
So if I kept you guys, you contribute
As much as I possibly can.
beyond that. Chris, I think you underestimate your mistakes. One of the most dangerous things in the world is over-impulsiveness. I'm not interested in the muscles. You gotta be smart. Dumb gets you killed. This is the hard bit for me. The wild's always revealing, and I think the lesson from this journey has been the person who gives the most wins the most, and the people who give the least lose. But I've made my decision. Vanessa and Erica, you're out of your depth. You wouldn't survive. You wouldn't get out alive. Come and hand in your knives.
I think we were brave to do this. We definitely didn't want to be the first people to be eliminated, but this was a great opportunity for me.
Definitely.
We're always going to look back on this and just know since we made it through this, we can make it through anything.
Vanessa and Erica, you're going to be much stronger from this.
Definitely.
Good luck, everybody.
Okay, as for the rest of you, at dawn, both of those helicopters are going to be turning and burning, heading for the new journey. Proud of you. Good job. Head back to your camp. We'll see you in the morning. Get some rest. You're going to need it.
Here's a look at what's happening on the next all-new Get Out Alive here on NBC.
The person who's going to survive here listens to what I say and does it. Deal with the pain. Dig deeper. You guys ready to show me what you're made of? Hit it!
This summer, as the challenges get tougher.
Here we go, you ready?
No!
And food becomes scarce.
The lack of food is getting to me.
We're really going to start feeling the pain.
they'll be pushed to the edge.
I'm slipping.
Never leave people behind.
Please help me, please.
Watch out!
Oh my God!
Never underestimate the wild again.
NBC's Get Out Alive is all new next Monday, 9/8 Central.